Alright, what's up worldwide family? Welcome back to the channel. Jimmy Flippin' Deals. It's been a couple days since I've left a video and I realized that and it is harder on me to get stationary or to be, whether it's in the car or here when I'm not doing a lot of things and having a lot of moving pieces where I'm back and forth and I just haven't quite figured out all the camera angles. However, I am working on something right now that I figured was going to keep me fairly stationary for a little while, so I figured what better chance to do a video than right now. This is on another part of the room. I don't know, it's a little disheveled at the moment because of the recent upset with everything that was moving around, like I told you, moving from the drawer system to or moving from the tote system to the drawer system. So things are still a little up in the air, but that's not an excuse. It's just jibber jabber. So thank you so much for joining me. Hope sales are doing good. I hope sourcing's going well. Y'all let me know in the comments section how things are going. Today's video is a little different. It's just me doing my thing. Right now I do have to package up the second of two milk glass hobnail lamps that I found at a thrift store down the road a month or so back. So I got them decently cleaned up. I got them photographed. I got them on eBay now. They may hit other places, but right now that's where it is. So I guess in essence it's there. And Bonanza, it'll be on my site probably by the time y'all see this. But at any rate, there's two of them, and I know they go for decent money. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap them and package them. That way when it comes time that somebody actually buys them, it doesn't hit me on a day, because in all honesty, it takes well over an hour to package both of them up to get them to travel. And the last thing that I need is to have 25 or 30 orders in a day and then one of these hit. So I do it when I have a chance during the slow times of the day, and this is my opportunity to work on tasks that take longer like this. That way when it matters, when I'm working on orders, I can just boom, 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 boom. So I'm going to go ahead and get it ready to travel. I'll bring it out now, show you, and we'll talk about stuff like we normally do, alright? Give me just a second. So, first, I figure the best thing to do, as long as I don't drop this, is show it to you. So super cool. There's a matching one. It's 21 inches tall. They are, it is milk glass. It is hobnail. You can tell by the little blibbity blobs across it. For resellers that know this stuff, great. For those that don't, these started coming out. Fenton was one of the main producers of them, which is a company that started coming out with hobnail in the 50s. I believe 1950. They were struggling with other stuff. Hobnail is the milk glass hobnail came out in the 50s. They actually started with the tinted glass in the 40s, but Westmoreland does milk glass hobnail. Fenton does, but there's no Westmoreland mark on this. And Fenton didn't start, I think this is Fenton in all honesty, but Fenton didn't start putting a mark on it till 1959. So there's still a really good demand for these, so kind of a bolo if you don't mind the time that it takes to ship them. And that is extensive if you want to do it right. And I used to tell people, and still do, given the opportunity that I'm talking to somebody, that I get, I don't get paid to source on something like this. I get paid to ship, because in the end it doesn't matter how good a find I have. If it doesn't arrive in one piece, I end up not getting paid. So yeah, first things first, I get the big white thing on top. The big white thing on top. Technical terms, I tell you. Give me just a second. Let me hopefully not drop this. Boy, that'd make for a video. All right, first things first. This is going out priority, so for anybody that says I can't use these USPS priority boxes the way I'm fixing to, nah, boo boo. So anyway, excellent sales yesterday. Phenomenal, in fact. And it wasn't necessarily that there was a lot of them. it was just that the ones that were there were very, very profitable. I may have to move this for the time being. Like I said, very, very profitable. And they just kept coming. And I couldn't be happier. Now today, I only woke up with a few. Total, I think I have 5 for the day. And there's not a lot. Like, we're barely at quota given today. But yesterday was 2 or 3 times past quota, you know, for what I need in order to, you know, not go into foreclosure, so to speak, you know, and to keep Uncle Sam off of my back. If y'all don't know what I'm doing at the moment, I'm creasing this, I'll show you here in a second, but when I ship rounded objects, they got to either put them in a square box, right? And then you got all this room. And since there's so many pieces to these things, I say so many, 6 different glass pieces to put together, and it's already, you know, 20-inch lamps. This thing is going to be, I'm hoping that it'll go out in a 19 by 24 by 13, I think is the size. 19, anyway, 19 by 24, I think it's by 13. I'm hoping they'll all fit in there, and even that, you know, is like a $50 ship. So it's not light, you know. eBay takes 15% off of that, right? So anyway, take it all, make it all accordingly. Yep. See all the little creases? Yep. All right, so got that. And there's my knife. Little piece of Kaya hanging on to that one. But these are cool. I don't know if y'all seen these before. I'm sure you have. But either way, these globes alone are with shipping, 40, 60, sometimes $80, depending on the right person, the right time, all that stuff. And they're not making any more of these. So it's almost worth it to say forget the rest of it, and it kind of is, to say forget the rest of it and just sell these. So, but the rest of it has value in it too. So, and if you end up selling them separately, you're going to end up paying the shipping on it anyway. So, cut that down. Now, I don't like to just leave it in there in its totality, so take some of this little foam wrap. But anyway, ooh, that did not tear the way it should have. But anyway, sales kept chiming off yesterday, not so much today, but with it being so much yesterday, it's been huge. So I've been focused on mostly listing, right, and packaging and all that. Oh, that's kind of funny. As far as cleanliness, I thought I'd pretty well got these. Oh, and I've heard people say that they don't like to mess with glass because of all either the ship preparation, which I totally get, or the cleaning, especially like these hobnails. Even the lady that sold this to me said, you know, they're a pain in the butt to clean, but they're really not. They're time consuming, yes, but the same people that say that the pain in the butt to clean are the same people that clean shoes and sell them things. So these, a toothbrush, man, just knocks it out of the park. It gets in all the little crevices and stuff. So let's see what else. Sales, listing, still have not gotten anywhere with the Google Merchant. Matter of fact, I've gotten to the point again, and I've been here so many times before, where I say that I have spent more energy than I care to. At this particular time, right, to get it done. Like I can't. And you know, I have a link for Shopify in my description because their website is awesome. However, as far as support, in my mind, you know, that they ought to be a resource for why my website's not working on there. And the best they have is, well, we'll contact Google for you. Like we'll direct you to the right people. And I would think, in all honesty, and maybe I just haven't asked the question right, but I would even be more inclined to accept this answer of, well, I understand the problem you're having, yada yada, and for a fee, we can help you fix it. Or, we have people that do that, let me get you in touch with them and y'all can discuss a solution. But there was none of that, right? So it's just like they're, basically saying I'm on my own with it, and that's difficult to go this way. Oh, I want it round. Round is a stronger shape than a what the heck. See how that kind of just guides in there? And I did not get my tape handy, so I'm probably going to lose this. But like I say, they just they didn't offer any words of, not even a referral to somebody else, and that in my mind, and not that I'm an end all be all, because I'm nothing to most people, right? But I would just think that would be a better way of handling it for your customer, because ultimately, the more, and I find the straight spots, a little bit more. The more I sell on their platform, the more money they make. So it would benefit them. It would benefit them for me to sell more, right? The more I make, the more they make. But no, it's not like that. And I don't understand why it's not. Nevertheless, they're just not there. So after some time, either when I get bigger or after I haven't worked on it a while, maybe I'll give it another shot. But I'm kind of burnt out with it at the moment, regardless of how much it could positively affect my business. It's kind of like these, they're not like some things that I sell where I buy it and I know that this time next week I'm not going to have it anymore. This has to, although they sell fairly good, this could potentially be in the store a while. And if I drug myself down working on these every day, ultimately I would be able to scale a business that way, but it would take a while of not necessarily making any money with them. And when they sell, they do make really good money, because when you pick them up at the price I did, I paid $25 for both of them total, and the last one that was similar to this, a little smaller than this, two-piece set, two of them, sold for $200. So, like I said, I get paid to ship, right? Stick that here. All right, next piece, right? We're doing the thing. Other than fingerprints, we're looking good. So, this is kind of different. I'm sure I could get used to this. Let me see. Yeah, let me know what kind of oddball stuff y'all source, because this definitely is not a norm. You know, I mean, I see that people buy them and I see that people sell them, but it's not something you run into every day. You know. Let me see. How does this work? How does this work? Right. But yeah, what little knickknacks do y'all keep your eyes out for? Because I do keep my eyes out for not only the full lamps, but like I say, the globes just by themselves. And here lately I picked up a couple of the amber ones. Picked those up for like $7 a piece. And to sell them for 40 to 60 is an appropriate margin. Let's see, what else? My dad called me today after I was there the day before yesterday. He's like, "So you coming tomorrow to come see me?" I was like, "Bro, like, wasn't I just there?" He's like, yeah, you were." I'm like, "Well, okay, so." He's, "Well, I'm just bored and want to see you," which I get it, but I have been trying to get everything straight to go down to see Mom too. That going and seeing Dad again this week is not on my radar. It's not feasible. So I had to tell him that I was going to be there in a few days, but it was not going to be tomorrow. Oh, this tape, by the way, irks me, guys. I don't know if I told y'all. I did tell y'all. Oh, and I never updated you with it either. I had, I knew I was running short of tape, so I ordered more back a month or so ago, right? I forget exactly how long ago. But either way, I ordered it, and then I stuck it in one of my uncatalogued totes because it was, in the way or whatever, and I set it in there, and I remember going, "Don't put it in there, you're not going to be able to find it until you finally catalog this tote." I said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll remember it." Well, I forgot where it was, so I ordered some, and there was a price war on tape. I did talk about this, so there was a price war on tape, and my normal guy is now not priced correctly. So I ended up canceling with him and going with somebody else. Let's see if I think this was the right size. It is. And these are those triangles that we never, I don't know if y'all still use them, but I never use them anymore because UPS changed their rates on these oversized, over 18 inches, and made it ridiculously expensive to use them for, golf clubs or baseball bats, or, well, I guess anything, fishing poles. So that'll be trash. So I have a whole bunch of them, and I hate just to throw them in the trash, which is where it's gotten to. However, they will work well for this stuff, and like I say, it is going out priority. So technically, this is exactly what it's intended for, I do believe. At least my understanding of it. If you can Frankenstein a box and it's okay, then I wouldn't think that this would be any different than Frankensteining a box. And I may be wrong, who knows. Alright. Again, accordion. Yeah. It's not an accordion, I don't know why I keep calling it that. That. Oh, and then the tape. So back to the tape. I ordered from my regular people and then canceled from my regular people and ordered from this other guy and didn't know whether my first people would take a cancellation because I've never canceled, but ultimately they didn't immediately, but they it was the weekend and whatnot, so when they came back to work on Monday, they went ahead and canceled my order. I was in full acceptance that I might just have 2 cases, and ideally, considering that 3 of these rolls, which are basically half rolls, cost me $14. I was more, so basically 4 and change per roll, and my normal tape providers, and then the new one that I just used, it's more like $1.50 a roll. So if I had to buy extra, just so I made sure I never had to pay full price for tape again, would have been worth it. But they did cancel, so I was happy to see that. So I only got 1 extra case of tape, even though I already have a case laying around. I go through it pretty quick though. Not today with all of this stuff, but anyway, this, like I say, is time consuming, but I figured it'd be a good chance to do the video. See, I think I've taken you through sales, the tape fiasco, Kaya needs more attention now than ever. She, other than right at the moment, she has been sleeping or laying like right under my feet while I try to work, and I don't get that at all, bro. Like, good grief. And I know she's being affectionate and everything else, but it's like, seriously, because like I said, I gotta move, right? And then every time I move, like, and she just looks at me like, oh, can you just get around? Throw that under there. But right now, thankfully, she is napping in my room. And I definitely get this takes a while. But considering the profit margin on this, if it takes me an hour or 2 to do this, it's still well worth where I'm going with it. It's not a get-rich thing, but it is money. And I don't take y'all along on enough of what I do buy, and this is one of those things that I don't think y'all are gonna kill the market on, because they're in limited supply as it is. Because I've heard of people sharing what they buy and then not being able to sell it anymore. But I do know that when I first started, I didn't even know how to ship a hat like that. That confused the heck out of me. Like, how do you get it there in one piece? So sometimes to see people ship, and it's definitely not a how-to, because I'm not the end-all be-all of anything, but it does work. All right, last piece, and what are we going to use on that? What was it? I think it was one of those. One of these. Woohoo! My movements over here are affecting y'all over there. All right. That's funny. How are we going to do this? Let me just... Anyway, y'all let me know in the comments section what your thoughts are on this kind of video. Not that, I mean, I just do what I do, but I figure in that process I'll find people that like to hear what I got going on. I told you I'd take y'all along on the journey. So to some, this may be remedial content or content that they don't particularly care for, but nevertheless, it's another day in my life, so figured I would share it with y'all. So, and knocking it out. Got hair, dog hair on my nose. Driving me crazy. Guys, everywhere. Let's see. What do I got planned? What do I got planned? Y'all want to share any tips, tricks? Y'all please do. Because I am definitely still learning myself. Alright. And then this guy will be almost the final piece to the puzzle with this lamp. Because we're down to this little guy. And I know it would be sure easy to wrap him in bubble wrap. Just wow. And tape, and I could have sworn I had this taped up, and be done with it. And if it were one piece in there, I would. However, since there's so many pieces, all I can see is that them bouncing around in there could lead to some real lucky results. And if you tape, I don't know if y'all know this, I'm sure a lot of the resellers do, but if you don't, if you take the tape and use it the way it's intended, then you leave residue possibly on whatever you're taping, right? But if you take the tape and turn it backwards on itself, it does exactly the same thing, but it doesn't get any tape on the cord. So that actually came, oh wait, I gotta flip this. That actually came from moving companies that I used to work for. I used to see them do that with arm wash. Yeah. I know that metal and glass do not work well together, so it's probably a worry wart thing. I was hoping it'd pop. It did pop. Still a kid. Anyway, right? Here. Now you know why they empty holes, man. One of the reasons. Like I say, we're still not done with this. Where you're actually looking at me through, this spot, this viewpoint should have a dresser drawer thing in its place, but it doesn't at the moment because I'm not quite there yet. Oh my gosh, it's real TV. Come on, expensive tape. Yep. Anyway, like I said, there's supposed to be drawers there, and will be soon, but I have a lot of the slower moving, I call them seeds, sitting all in this place, all by my little command center helm, you know, the computer station, where the magic happens in the eBay world. You know, it's just right over here, and it dawned on me the other day that makes absolutely no sense to have stuff that doesn't move. It's not dead space, but taking up your nearby space. So sent that all to the other room, and I will bring it back out eventually, but I'm getting new shelves for it. They're gonna finish up, I'll show you here. Well, I guess I could show you here in a little bit maybe, if I remember, but at any rate, my computer station doesn't hold all of my boxes and stuff as it sits. So I need more room for that stuff, which it's developed significantly over the last few days. Tell you the truth, I think y'all's attention span's probably already gone. For the most of you, I think they said the average person watches me like 4 minutes. So I got 4 minutes to get my point across. Like I have a point, so it all works out. Almost done with this. Let's see, 30 minutes on this, huh? That's not horrible. It's actually better than I thought, really. Maybe I should buy more of them. And then see this way, if it moves around in the shipping box, it's got so much more sturdy support. And it may be overkill, it may be. But, you know, kind of like I used to drive a flatbed truck, right? I went overkill on a lot of that stuff. But I never lost anything. So it's hard to find the time when you can do less, because when you do what you know works, it works, and you hate to do less because I sure hate to drop the ball on anyone or anything, and last thing I need is to put time and money into something and then it not pan out, right? Right now it's actually vital that the stuff I do does well, you know. I've made that transition from part-time to, hey, you know, I only lost time, which we don't get any more of. So it's important you do something you enjoy, but I've gone from there to, well, right now I gotta pay bills, right? All right, we got in there. It's a football! Okay. Alright, so we got those. Now I can put them in a box, throw a little packing paper and stuff in between it. That is not near as crucial now that they're all padded up and taken care of, right? So that's about it in a nutshell. Now, my phone does not have, the flip. I'm on an Android, and that's one thing I found out here recently that it doesn't allow for. So, anyway, so drawers will go up to the ceiling, right? But this is a much simpler or more efficient for me. Yep, everything's backwards. So 17 by 11 by 13s, 15 by 12 by 10s, 12 by 8 by 10s. The small is what's left of my 11 by 7.5 by 5.5. My little folder thingamajigger. And then down here I've got regular flat rates, the legal flat rates, padded flat rates in the middle. Then I got 2 by 4 by 6s, 4 by 4 by 6s, 6 by 6 by 6s, and then 4 by 6 by 8s, the eBays, and then the computer station. And then down there I got, let's see if I can get it. Those are the rest of my 11 by 7, 11 by 7.5 by 5.5. And then I've got some of my clear polys. I hadn't quite got there, but more drawers, right? So we're getting there. We've got now, let's go. We've got drawers down there. I got drawers down here. But like I said, drawers are going to be all the way up there. There's spots for drawers here and here. Y'all are probably getting dizzy, so I'm going to stop with this now. Like I said, there's what? I'm at a loss. Yeah, this is actually a video. People are going to watch this. Let me switch up back over here so it's more of a flattering angle. But yeah, in a nutshell, guys, that's it. I do need to find a better way to do that, but I'm working with what I got. Things are developing. You know, this time last year, I was still trying to get over the fear of doing a video. And then I went through all kinds of sound difficulties, trying to figure out how to make that work. I'm happy with the progress that's been made over the last year, even on this YouTube channel. And I know for those that watch, first of all, thank you so much. But in reality, most people don't. You know, there's so few that actually do. If you made it this far, super huge. Hit that subscribe button because there's definitely you're the kind of crazy that I got. So go ahead and hit that button. Thank you so much for watching. But yeah, no, it's huge. The video editing I'll go into in another video. Hadn't quite got there yet, so I don't really have an update for you on that. But I think that is going to be huge. The ability to say, hey, click this video and click this video and hit this link and, you know, those kind of things. Plus that whole awkward camera thing right there, we probably could have done without. So, you know, I think ultimately with that adjustment, just on a quick, because I noticed, you know, I said I didn't want to spend any more time editing, but I realized that I critique my video anyway most of the time. I go ahead and play it. So while I'm playing it, rather than going, hey, I didn't like that, or I could have done without that, this way I can just chop that out. So I think it'll get better. I know it'll get better. Onward and upward, right? Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button because it's free. Don't cost you a thing, and it helps me so much. For those that are still here, go watch another video. Bye. Hey, one of my videos. That'd be cool.